Hey Leo, how you doing? I'm here with your January 2025 reading. So I'm going to pull out two oracle cards. Let's see what January going to hold for you, right? I'm sitting in a house energy. Pretty much for the month of January, at least on the first and the second day. What's in between, I'm hoping that the cards will give me like on the January the 1st of 2025. We got you're going to be in the fifth house, the house of creativity. I wonder how that's going to really influence you. You know what I'm saying? The Leo constellation. It don't have no planets that's going to really be there, but it's the house of creativity. Majority of the planets is going to be more like in the 10th, 11th, and 12th house. That's kind of where they at. They kind of all grouped together on that one side right there. So then the mystery house, the friendship house, the world house, and all about people. So what is the joy of having a Leo a friend in the month of January? I don't know if that's going to be it, but I feel like that's it. But either way it goes. For the Leo constellation, man, I have two of these oracle cards. I'm going to read the oracle cards out too. That comes out. And then we're going to pull some tarot cards for it, okay? I have two oracle cards for Leo General Astrology reading for the month of January 2025. Oh, 2-1 came out. These are the two beauties that came out. Okay. And we're going to start with 21. And the two in this picture with 21 is really adorable. Especially with the child being there in the statue. Because that's usually where the statue probably represents the shit that we don't really focus on or know about. Where the child is all the innocence of how we navigate through the journey of life. So, let me take these off because they're not reading glasses. So this card is called the Stone Guardian, okay? And it supports faith and vulnerability. Each of us is a child of someone. As adults, however successful, important, or busy we are, from time to time, everyone needs support, guidance, and protection. This card suggests there is a sense of vulnerability about you, and it's important to know that your spiritual guides are never far away. And even though those higher beings are not physical, you are never alone as they stood behind you, supporting you every move and decision. Do not confuse faith with religion. Rather, faith is having strength to believe that there is a force greater than ourselves, ready to help us through difficult periods. Your protector may be on earth beyond bound angel. Therefore, do not be afraid to talk to someone close if you need advice. It may be a friend or a relative. You will be surprised at where the support comes from at this time. That's that card. And now we're going to go to the next little beauty that came out. And that is this one. This is the Autumn Burnosis. Releasing ties, creativity, and achievement. Creativity, see, you're going to be in a house of creativity. Creativity is an important part of our lives. When our creativity is stifled, we fail to thrive. We fail to thrive, and we lack true purpose. If you're feeling overwhelmed with new down tasks, it's time to step back and take a moment to reflect on what you really want. There's a sense of exhaustion as you try too hard to please others. It is time to nurture your needs. The ivory in this card represents clinging to old habits which no longer serve you. It is time to let go of negative energy. You are a creative soul, and whatever your skills or desires may be, you need to follow your heart and seek what makes you happy. Symbolically, violins represent the ability to achieve more. Start looking for a new and ambiguous path. You may feel a huge sense of relief when you discover what destiny has in store. So, look like you got some guardian angels in the shadow card here. She is called... This is the shadow card. Alright. Falling from grace, divine protection, despair, and healing. Whenever you feel you have psychic abilities or not, rest assured you being looked after by forces greater than all of us. Once you accept that beginnings and endings are inevitable, your life flow will work again. If you have experienced major changes, it's okay to feel apprehensive and fearful. However, this card suggests that you need to nurture in order to heal yourself and let go of a closed chapter in your life. You may be grieving over a physical death, the death of a project, or ending of a relationship, and so on. But please know you are not abandoned nor alone, and the message here is to remind you that there is an angel protection around you. Angel represents faith, hope, and healing. Take some time to sit quietly and connect with the energy through meditation and visualization. The healing process is about to begin. Well, we have a lot of creativity. We have plenty of angels that's coming up in this message. All around. You know, Leos have a real problem when they get to the top. Leos don't do pretty well with falling from grace. They just don't. Leos don't do very well with falling from grace. So when a Leo fall, they create a big happy mess for themselves. A real big happy mess. They gotta fall with bringing everything down with them. Like, they gotta dig their claws into everything, the grip boards, that, hey, I'm not going down by myself. And they don't care. Leo has a capability of rising to the top by itself, but it will not fall by itself. At all. So let's get into the stone angel. I think that's what it was called. At least that's what I remember in the messages anyway. Because I read it. I read it without 100% interpreting the card. I didn't comprehend all of it. Because I knew I was pulling out tarot cards. So let's get into it and see what these tarot messages are going to be. So may I have 4 tarot cards for the stone angel that's here? What is this stone angel talking about? So the first card coming out, we got the Page of Rods, which is you. So it's like the intermediate stage. It could be the novice stage for this Leo of their life. Now, this novice stage can be maybe a new parent, maybe a new job position, maybe moving to a new place, maybe starting a new relationship. And maybe it's not, and the novice just might be in the fact of you already know what's going on. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And we just had the Wheel of Fortune upright. So this is something that got to be something that carry you on with you, right? And the final card here that came out looked like the Page of Cups, and it is the Page of Cups. And the shadow card here looks like the Ten of Wands. So, holding on to your reputation, holding on to the way you want people to see you now about to be the most worrisome thing for you. It's like almost going through a zombie attack, right? with this nonsense right here, the fact that the Ace of Pentacles came out. So that could also mean when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune, since these came out back to back, that could mean that the first house is not going to be the energy that really fuck with you where Taurus at. And by the end of the month, when Taurus do go into the 12th house, it doesn't necessarily mean that's going to fuck with you. Because by the end of the month, you're going to be in the 3rd and the 4th house. So by the time the end of the month come, your motivation is going to be kicked in into what you wanted. You wanted some attention. You needed some attention. You needed a support system. I think you have objective. I think your support system is around raising more money at this time. And the way that you're trying to raise more money is the most people that's close to you. You're trying to convince the people that's close to you with this Page of Cups that they don't have to contribute. You're convincing yourself at this moment in time that the people closest to you is not the main problem. You feel obligated. That's what it's obvious at, right? It's obvious that you feel obligated to be the one that carries the bag. And that's why the Ten of Wands is there. But you gotta really put it in perspective. Like, if it wasn't for the people close to you, would you be wanting more money? If the people that's close to you wanting a situation to give you that money, would you still want them to give you that money? If it wasn't for your roots up inside of here, especially when you get to the 4th house, if it weren't for your culture background, the way that you raise, would your expectations still be the same? Isn't it more simpler when you don't have some of the other problems other people have, to always convince yourself that you understand the other people's problems? And you kind of got that attitude that you understand other people's problems, but really you don't understand other people's problems. You just need them to have problems in order for you to establish your goal. In order for you to stay into a empowering situation, you need other people to have problems. So the reason you don't want the people closest to you to help solve the problem and seem to appear that they're not a problem is because then if that does that, that's where you're going to snag and bring everybody down. And you don't want those people looking at you as a bad person. So you got to keep up an image. Let's go to number 15. Number 15. But it seems like you're going to get quite demanding. It feels like something, you feel like you is really entitled to something. And you going to try to outfox the fox. It's like you turn into a fox just to beat the fox. We have the 4 of Wands that has came out. 3 more cards here. Did I request for 4? I hope I did. But I have 3 more cards here. Clarify number 15. The autumn. We have the Fool card. We have the Magician, where the Magician came out sideways. So it looked like your craft and your expertise is all that makes you up. And it seemed like it's going to be a target starting in January. Your craft and expertise is going to be a target. And it's going to unravel you more further than you have ever been unraveled. With the Three of Wands, you're going to unravel at this. And you're going to try to keep yourself, yep, they got a Strength card. That's you. That's you. You're going to unravel at this. And you most likely, let's see the next card, the World card, yes. Okay, there you go. King of Pentacles. What is that? The Ten of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups. And there go the Five of Swords. You're going to unravel, but your unravelry is not going to start to around close to spring. At the end of the winter, springtime is when you're going to begin to unravel. And that's why all of those cards came up before. You're going to unravel. That's yourself. You're going to unravel. This tale of all this great person that got all this responsibility and can handle all this responsibility. About to become more responsible than what they are. You're about to attract all the entitlement and all the karmic legacy that you feel that has been indebted to you from a whole bunch of years. And then that going to be past. And that's where you're going to unravel at, because you're going to try to make something look like a new debt in the new time, but it's a past debt. So when that started happening, you're going to attract people who are those collectors. You're going to attract spiritual collectors your way. And it's going to begin by the end of the winter to the springtime. You're going to start attracting spiritual collectors. And no matter which way you do it, some of them are going to strip you. Whether you're conscious of it or not, especially what you had the Four of Wands with the Fool card coming out. So those the people, those the collectors that's going to come. And that's why the Magician is here with that Three of Wands. Okay? Because you're going to open up, you're going to get your entitlement. But when you open up that door of entitlement, you opening up collectors, ghost collectors. And these ghost collectors coming for you. They're going to come for you. And they're going to be in real people that's coming across like the cards say. You might be surprised who you talking to. But they're going to come and collect. They're going to come and collect from you what is need to be collected. And the way that you conversate about these different cultures and attitudes of how you view the world, going to be more even significant in how they collect from you. So Leo, the month of January is going to get you prepared. It's going to set you up for your entitlement, what you is definitely most entitled to get. But in the repercussions of your entitlement, it's going to set you up with a past karma debt. And in this process, because you are so responsible within inside of yourself, you're going to attract these spiritual collectors that's going to come and collect. And at that point in time, some of them you're going to really get very upset with them when that point in time comes. So, there you go for the month of January, Leo. That's a wrap.